Hello, entertainment enthusiasts. This is Ray, and this is the Fandom Realm. And today I am doing an out of the theater quick review of Blue Beetle. I am not planning on having any spoilers in this video. Now, before I get started, I do just want to say this is one of my most wanted to see videos of the year, movies of the year. Definitely in my top 2 or 3, along with Dune. And I'm going to tell you, I thoroughly enjoyed it. Before we get started talking about it, I will just let you know that I'm going to run the trailer while I'm talking about my thoughts about the movie. And so we're going to get started right now. Okay, I'm going to tell you, I just absolutely love this movie. It is one of my now top 3 DC films, behind, of course, Wonder Woman and then The Man of Steel. And it's right there with the second Justice League. They're close. But I do just want to, before I go into the positives, talk about maybe the 2 little things I would have to complain about here. The first one is, if you are going to see this movie at a Regal cinema, I'm going to tell you, I went to one of those and they had a half hour from the movie was supposed to start at 8, and it did not start until right on 8:30. And that was their posted time to start was 8. So check with your theater and make sure you know what time it started, because the movie's it's over 2 hours. So it actually made it feel a little bit long. And I think it would have felt just about right if it hadn't have been for sitting in the theater for an extra 30 minutes. The other small negative I have is that there was some areas where I would have liked them to have developed the bad guys just a little bit more. Susan Sarandon, I thought, did a great job, but I thought they needed to show a little bit more why she was a menace, why she needed to not be allowed to have this technology. And that may have upped it just a little bit, but overall, this was a great movie. I absolutely loved it. Joel Maradona absolutely killed it in this movie. I was thinking he might be overshadowed a little by George Lopez, but he held his own, and our Cobra Kai guy was absolutely fantastic here. This was a star-making performance. Whether the movie makes a lot of money or not doesn't matter. He did great. He nailed every scene that he was in. The other big thing I loved here was the sense of family, and having the family know from the very beginning they were involved. Yes, there were a couple little cheesy moments, but you're going to have cheesy moments in superhero movies. If you don't, they're too serious, and when you start thinking about things, and it gets a little bit scary. So I really liked how they used the family in this. They did introduce us to Cord Industries, and I just really liked it. The pacing, I thought, was pretty good. I thought the way they resolved everything was really good as well. And so with that, you got to go out and take a look at this movie. It's definitely something you should take a look at. I know basically you have a situation where it was supposedly made for HBO Max, and then they decided to put it in the movie theater. DC has not been doing all that well here lately, and so, people weren't thinking it was going to make a lot of money, and it might not. But it is a really good movie. It does have 2 post scenes. The second one's not really probably something you need to stick around and see. But, I really enjoyed this movie. I give it an A. I give Joel Maradona an A+. He's one of my favorite young actors. George Lopez was awesome in this movie as well. And so just go out. It's a great family movie, so you can take your kids. I would say you could take kids as long as they're okay with superhero movies and villains and things like that. I would say you could take your kids out anywhere down to about 9 or 10 years old. I know it's PG-13. There's basically it's pretty tame for a superhero movie. I think there's only a couple of curse words in it. I thought it was just a clean, nice, wonderful movie. So please go out and see this. Let's add to that box office. And I want to thank everybody for listening to this review, to watch this review. And please before you leave, let's hit that like button and subscribe to the channel, and make sure you comment below what did you think of Blue Beetle and Jolo Meriduena. We'll see you next time on the Fandom Realm.